whatever the available databases will be there, and the whole procedure will be like that. One more thing, in the ligand-based approach, we will initiate without protein, but at the end, the screening, the docking, the simulation, all these things will be done. All right. That is what your approaches will be. Let's start with the ligand-based drug designing. In the absence of 3D macromolecular structure, okay? So in a very systematic way, we identify the target using the computational tools, okay? Basically, in 3 different ways that can be done: the pharmacophore modeling, machine learning approach, and the similarity search method. Here we will be focusing on the pharmacophore modeling, okay? It is mostly applied to virtual screening in order to identify molecules which are triggering the desired biological effect. As I told you, the compound A is responsible for inhibit the protein. Okay, if it is responsible for inhibiting the protein, that means it possesses some properties. It is having some features in it which are responsible to inhibit the protein. We have to work on those features. And when we understand the pharmacophore is nothing but the arrangement. Okay, the arrangement of those features which are essential for the activity of the protein, okay, which are responsible to interact with the target, right? Okay. When a pharmacophore model basically help us to, like how the ligand, the compounds will be there, okay? The ligands and compounds are the same thing, okay? There are many ligands are there, and in those, they are structurally very different, okay? But they are inhibiting or they are binding to the common receptor. Why and how? What are those features which are making them binding to the same receptor, and however they are structurally diverse, okay? There are some features basically which are making them binding to the same protein. That is what your pharmacophore model will help you to understand, okay? This pharmacophore model definitely we can use to identify the de novo or the virtual screening of those novel ligands which are binding to the same receptor. Okay. Now here I told you it is the arrangement of features. Now what are these features? Okay. It is like one compound is composed of many features will be there. What are those features we have to work on? We have to look for the hydrogen bond donor, hydrogen bond acceptor, aromaticity is there or not, hydrophobicity, or whether it is positive or negatively charged, that is cations or anions, in which category the compound is falling. These are the pharmacophore features. Only these are the features we have to consider while modeling the pharmacophore. Okay. Now, just assume we have identified one compound, like we have searched for the neuraminidase. Okay, we have 10 compounds which the structure for the neuraminidase was available. Just assume the structure is not available. So in the literature, we have identified there are 10 compounds which are known to inhibit the neuraminidase. Okay, out of those 10 compounds, focusing on the pharmacophore features, we have identified these are the things which are responsible to inhibit the neuraminidase enzyme, right? Now, what is happening here? What we are considering the structure of the compound, that is the structure, and what is the activity of these compounds? They inhibit the neuraminidase. That is their activity. So, to understand the relationship between these structures, the compound structure we are talking about, and their activity, what is the relationship between them? Okay, as I told you, if 10 compounds are there which are responsible to inhibit the neuraminidase, they are inhibiting the neuraminidase. What is common in between them? What is that common thing? In the pharmacophore, we are looking for the arrangement of few features, how these are arranged. Okay. But in the QSAR, that is a quantitative structure activity relationship. That means quantitative means it will give you some value. Okay, some value will be there. It is a mathematical relationship, right? So the structures are the compounds. Activity is what? Whether it is inhibiting or activating the protein. What is the relationship between this structure and the activity? Okay, so that is what your QSAR will measure. Okay, basically this QSAR works on the statistical methods. Okay, what are these statistical methods? These are the multiple linear regression, the principal component analysis, the partial least square regression. These are the statistical terms or the methods that QSAR are using. Don't worry, you don't have to go into deep in the tools are available and they will do it for you, but you just have to understand what exactly happening behind the program. Okay. So this QSTR basically attempts to find the consistent relationship between the activity and the molecular properties. In the previous pharmacophore modeling, what we are looking for some features and how they are arranged, whether there is a similarity. See, in the pharmacophore, we are not like the only, like for example, in 10 compounds which are inhibitor, 10 hydrogen bond donors are available. That is, no, that is not the pharmacophore. That is, pharmacophore modeling is if these 10 compounds, whatever the features we are looking for, they are arranged in the same manner. That is what your pharmacophore modeling.